Okay, I think it's working. Yay!
Yay! Third time's the charm.
I know, I'm so happy right now. Thank you so much for joining me, Nova. Nova
No
Stevens,
problem.
Miss Canada 2020.
Thank
Um,
you, thank you.
it's an honor for me, honestly. It's an honor for me being able to just be here with you.
You're so sweet.
Yeah,
Thank you for your time.
of course. Thank you for your time. Um, First, I wanted to introduce everybody to Miss Canada 2020, Nova Stevens.
Hi,
Absolutely
everyone.
stunning.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, so tonight we're going to be speaking English, so I'm so sorry for my Spanish speakers. I can try to translate every once in a while, but if not, I can answer any questions via DM if you guys have any questions. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and introduce yourself to those who don't know you.
All right, well, Oscar already kind of did it, but my name is Nova Stevens, and I am Miss Universe Canada 2020.
Yes. Well, welcome so much to Bellezas Boricuas. So really quick, I haven't really told you, I started my page about a year and a half ago, June 2019, after Madison Anderson, Miss Puerto Rico, won Miss Puerto Rico. And I did it as an act to basically just give positive support to her because she was receiving a lot of negative criticism from people in Puerto Rico because they were saying that she didn't represent them. So I wanted to create a safe space for not only fans, but for queens to come and just express whatever they wanted to express on our page. Because there's a lot of negativity on the internet. So
Yeah.
I know.
I'm
We're going to get to that.
that, so
We're
I
gonna
definitely
get
know
to
what you're
that.
talking about.
Yeah. We're totally going to get to that. Now, if you see me looking over here, it's because I'm reading my notes.
Yep, no worries.
Awesome. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to say, I read your profile on Miss Canada, and it's incredible. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, what doesn't she do? You know what I mean? Like, you've done it all. Your life story is really impressive, and I'm just like, wow. Honestly, like I read it and I was shocked.
Aw,
In a
thank
good
you.
way. In a good way.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've had an incredible life story. Based on your life story, how did you get to participating at Miss Canada? What drove you to participate for Miss Canada?
Well, initially, I honestly just wanted to challenge myself to see, how far I could go.
Right.
And then once I competed, I realized that there's so much growth that happens when you compete at pageants.
Mm-hmm.
And making top 12 my first time, I saw myself potentially winning.
Mm-hmm.
If I was that close the first time doing it, imagine how great I could be if I put the necessary work, getting the
Right.
coaching for everything. And then when I didn't win in 2018, I honestly swore off pageants. I was like, I'm done. This is not for me. The world is not ready for me because that's how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
I competed with my natural hair versus the first time I had, long hair that was Eurocentric, which is it's beautiful, but so is my natural hair.
Right.
I wanted to represent Nova, like be myself authentically and show other girls that, you don't have to change how you look to win a beauty pageant. You can win looking as you are, exactly the way God created you. So
Yeah, that's an amazing reason to do that. Yeah, no, like the internet is so full of beautiful things because it is full of beautiful things. I've seen a lot of positivity, a lot of support that you've actually gotten from other people. Actually, by the way, I think she just joined Miss Puerto Rico 2020 right now. She's saying hi to you, so she'll see you at Miss Universe.
Oh, hi, sis.
Thank you so much, Estefania, for being here with us and everybody else from all over the world. But yeah, no, it's really difficult. The internet is really difficult. It really is. I've been doing this for a year and a half, and I've seen so many ugly things. And I'm one of those people that I defend all the queens, no matter where they come from, with a sword and a shield. So,
Yeah, and I appreciate that you do that because a lot of these people forget that we are human beings, that we too have feelings. So although your words may seem so small, it could really affect somebody mentally. Mental health is at a high right now, especially with COVID. So
Right.
we have more time that we're spending online. And if you're constantly here reading these negative things about you, there comes a point where they will have an impact. So for those of you out there, you don't have to like us. And we understand that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Trust me, I know that not everyone thinks I'm beautiful, and that's okay. No one is considered beautiful by the eyes of everyone, but just know that your words can be hurtful. You know, words sting, and you don't want someone to have a bad experience because of these words that you're constantly projecting onto them. If you don't have anything nice to say, you know, we've all learned this in school, then don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Yeah, no, you're completely right. You're completely right. And there's a way to express, if we don't like something, we don't have to say anything about it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to say, I don't like this. You know what I mean? Or I don't like her, because you don't know her, period. You're just looking at pictures. And why would you be so cruel as to, you know, call people names, or just, you know, just don't say anything. Just like you said.
Here's the thing. I'm okay with people, you know, call me ugly. That is fine by me. But if you're calling me ugly based on my physical attributes, things in which I cannot change, like my features and my skin color, that's when it no longer becomes, you know, freedom of speech. It becomes hate.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
That's the difference between freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want, but when you're attacking people based on how they look, it no longer becomes about speech, but about hate. You are spewing hate towards this person when you don't even know them.
Right. And you can't change the way you look. Like, this is what God gave you, and you have to
completely... I mean, I can, but I don't want to.
Yeah,
why?
I mean, you can, but you shouldn't have to. Yeah,
you shouldn't have to. Exactly.
And first and foremost, like, you are stunning. Like, you really are stunning. I remember the video that I saw that you posted like a couple weeks ago, because my favorite X-Men is Storm. So I saw you with the dress, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting Storm vibes. That's incredible. But you have a superhero name. Supernova. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, no, I absolutely love it. All right, so I get distracted really easily. So
no, don't worry.
Yeah, with all the comments and everything, and I'm over here trying to manage. So you've modeled in Milan, you've modeled in New York, you've modeled in Paris, which is incredible. There are a lot of other Black female models that have paved the way to, you know, for the opportunities that you've been given, you know, like Naomi Campbell and
Black Wack.
Yeah, Tyra Banks.
Also Sudanese, like, Tyra Banks, yeah.
Right, yeah.
So many.
How's been your experience in the modeling world? Like, how is it difficult?
Yeah. Like any industry, the modeling world still has a long way to go. You know, in terms of diversity. I remember going to castings, and this one casting in particular, I arrived to the front of the line, and the casting director said, "Darling, what are you doing here? We told your agency no Black girls," to my face. And this was, again, this is 2019, so it's present years. This was not like 10 years ago. This is a year ago that they thought it was okay to say something like that. Thankfully, I'm older, so that doesn't affect me, I understand. But imagine a 16-year-old hearing those words coming out of somebody's mouth.
Right.
At 16, you're impressionable. You are just forming yourself.
Yeah.
It's easy to have a low self-esteem if you're constantly hearing the words, no, that you're not good enough because of the color of your skin.
Right.
So modeling has not always been positive. There's a lot of tokenism, which means that they'll just have, you know, one person of color.
Right.
Just to say that they're not racist,
right,
or they're inclusive.
Quota. Right.
Exactly.
Yep. No, I totally get that, and I've heard that from a lot of different people. But there are some, like, I feel like when it comes to modeling, of course, there are non-Black models that are iconic, but I feel like the Black models that we have seen in the industry have been, like, astronomical. Like, they've just been incredible, you know? So, and I think it's because they've had to work harder to be seen, right? And given the same chances that, for example, a white model would get, or, you know, I totally get that.
We always have to work, you know, 10 times harder than our counterparts, and that's just the reality of being a woman of color.
Yeah. Not only a woman, because we already know how difficult it is for women in the industry that's, I know, filled by men. but then also a Black woman. So I
Yeah.
completely understand that.
Yeah.
Now, your social cause, you do a lot of social work. I mean, a ton of social work. Tell me about it.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like, what is the meaning of life if you can't give back? You
Hmm.
know, I've been so blessed to come to Canada. Although Canada is not perfect, but Canada has awarded me so many opportunities.
Right.
It has given me a second chance at life.
Hmm.
So I've always told myself at a very young age that I will always give back in any way that I can within my capacity, whether it's financially, with my time. If
Hmm.
I could give my time, why not do it? So
Right.
for me, it's something that I feel it's a part of my, I have to do it. It's part of my mission here. I have to give back, whether it's through education, just any way that I can. I have to give back. And I hope that you all feel the same way too.
Right.
You know?
It's true. And the most valuable thing, one of the most valuable things to me is time. You know, time is so valuable. And when you
Yeah.
give that to somebody else, regardless of what you're doing to help them,
Yeah.
it makes a difference because
100%.
it's priceless.
It is priceless. It is.
Now, just to go through some facts,
Yeah.
Nova. So you are originally from South Sudan, I believe,
Yes.
and you moved to Canada at 6 years old.
Yes.
Yeah, that to begin with is an incredible life story because you were basically leaving the country because of a civil war that was happening, correct?
Yeah. So I come from a family of three brothers, two sisters. It's been a long
Mhm.
time. No, sorry, three sisters, two brothers, reverse. And my family essentially chose me because they wanted me to have a better life. And at the time, I was the youngest. And in their minds, being the youngest, you can adapt more to the culture, which is true
Right.
to an extent. But I honestly thought it was a vacation. I didn't realize I was going to be here for this long without them.
Wow.
Um, so coming here and not being without my family, it's definitely been hard. I'm not gonna lie and say that it's been easy,
Hmm.
but at the same time, it's been my motivating factor. Like I
Right.
have to pursue my dreams. I have to succeed so that I could better not only my life but the life of those that brought me into this world.
Right.
My mother's in a UN camp. I'm not sure if a lot of you are aware. So in South Sudan, which has been in the middle of, oh my God, it's been war torn for the past 6 years in the middle of
Wow.
a civil war. So I want to get her out of the UN camp, take her to Ethiopia, unite her with my family,
Hmm.
as well as see them for the first time in 22 years because it's been that long.
Crazy. So you have not been able to see your family yet.
No,
Um,
no, I
you're,
have not.
that's. Are you able to talk to them or?
I do talk to them. It's not as often as I'd like, but I do talk to them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't. I'm a really emotional person. I'm just letting you know that right now, and it really is a touching story. It really is because it's not just it happens everywhere. We've already seen how this country we've separated children from their families. I mean, it's a different way, of course. Your parents chose to send you to Canada for a better life, but
Yeah.
it's really sad, and I really do hope that you get to see your family soon and you're able to be with them.
Yeah, I hope so too.
But you're definitely like I'm telling you again, like I was reading your life story and it is just incredible because it shows your perseverance, it shows just the strength that you have in you and the drive that it's like a one in a million type of thing, it's really special.
You're so sweet. I mean, I just want to show everyone out there that no matter what dream you have, it's within your reach. You
Right.
just have to believe in yourself and you just have to persevere and continue. As long as you continue, you don't even have to know how to get there. Just
Right.
believe that you will get there.
Hmm.
Had you asked me 5 years ago that I was going to win Miss Universe Canada, I would have probably called you crazy, but it's because I started to believe myself that I could do it. And here I am today talking to you as Miss Universe Canada. So
Here I
keep
am sitting with a
smiling.
Miss Canada. That's amazing to me.
Yeah.
And it's funny,
Yeah.
this page grew from a dream too because I honestly like I wasn't happy with, and I'm not, it's not my career, but I hopefully one day it could be. But for example, I'm not happy doing with what I'm doing. I had to find some joy in life, and pageants and beauty queens have been an escape for me since I was a child because I'm part of the LGBT community, and I am a Latino man in the United States, so it is hard for me too.
Oh,
I've
for sure.
yeah, I may look light skinned, but believe me, I've been, discriminated against plenty of times.
Of course. Yeah, you're still a person of color.
Right,
Even if you go to Africa alone, the spectrum is just, it's so diverse. You can go
right,
from the lightest to the deepest. So
right,
being a colored person is also your features. It's not just your skin color
right,
alone, and then your experiences.
right.
So I'm so sorry. I definitely know that the LGBTQI plus community has been discriminated against.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go ahead.
No, no, it's okay. Go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I feel like we share similar struggles in the sense that we know firsthand how it feels to be discriminated against based on things that we cannot change. You
Right.
cannot change your sexuality, and you shouldn't have to. Just like I cannot change my skin color, and I shouldn't have to be accepted.
That is correct. Yeah, that's so true. But yeah, it is really difficult. And again, this is why I created the safe space to just express ourselves. And like I said, I was following something that would make me happy. And um, it's just an honor to just like be somebody that can just sit here. I would have never thought that I would have been able to go to Miss Universe. Last year I went to Miss Universe. I was able to, support a queen from my island. I was able to talk to queens and just give them words of encouragement. And it's just been an incredible thing.
Amazing.
So I'm eternally grateful for just the time that you're giving me.
But Oscar, just know that anything is possible. Honestly, I know it sounds so cliche, but it really is. I practice journaling. When I journal the stuff that I want, so I encourage you to write down the very thing that you desire. And I promise you, if you start to see yourself living the life that you want, eventually you will manifest that life into
Right.
reality.
Thank you. I'm gonna put that to practice.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I'm seeing in comments some people they're asking for you if you know any Spanish. Can you say anything in Spanish?
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muchas gracias. um, what else? Mi corazón?
You can say,
That's all I got. I'm sorry.
soy Miss Canada. No vestidas.
Oh, hola, soy Miss Canada.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I would love to learn Spanish, so I think it's a beautiful language. So if anybody wants to teach me,
We can give you some classes. Alrighty. So in Puerto Rico, we have this thing with our queens. I'm sure that other countries do it, but we call it fogueo, which means it's like a mini session of questions that help you prepare for like Miss Universe, for example.
Okay.
So I actually started doing this the last time I did a live with Miss Puerto Rico 2020, Estefania. That was the first time I started doing it, but I have 3 questions for you. They are questions, they're winning questions for former Miss Universe winners. So I'm going to ask you those questions one by one.
Let's do it.
All right. So first question, what is the most precious gift what is the most precious gift you have given someone?
The most precious gift I've given someone is my time. Time is the most valuable asset that you possess because once you give that time, you cannot take it back. It's more important than material wealth. I know, especially right now during, the holidays, we think that we have to give people the most expensive gift, but it's so simple, just your time. So give your time to those that you love because they will appreciate that much more than an expensive gift. And it doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, it's very true. Good job. All right, so next question. What is your definition of success?
Success to me is pursuing your wildest dreams and conquering them. Success is when you can say, I cannot believe that I accomplished this because 2 years ago I didn't see myself doing that. So success is challenging yourself to be the very best version of yourself.
Amazing, amazing. I'm really I would say I'm impressed by you, but I was already expecting it because you're incredible. So I'm just letting you know that.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Okay, and then final question that I have here is, what bothers you the most about what is happening in your country today?
I think this applies to people all countries of the world. 2020 has been a very difficult year with COVID-19. You know, we've been going through a pandemic as well as a racial pandemic. So I would say COVID-19 has definitely been something that has been bothering me, only because a lot of people have been affected financially, emotionally, mentally. So how do we tackle it? Spread more love. You know, we need love more than anything at this very moment because there's so much negativity in the world. So we can just spread light and love until we can figure out how to tackle COVID-19, because it really is impacting our world and our lives. But the only thing that you're in control of right now is how you feel and the emotions that you give to others. So choose love and always give love.
Beautiful. I couldn't have said it better myself. All right, so Nova, I do have some questions that people are asking. All right, let's see here. Let's pick a couple of questions. All right, so it says here, which of the two would be more relevant for you as Miss Universe, to deliver a message or work with actions? It says here, you can only select one and explain why.
Ooh, to deliver a message or work with my actions?
Yes.
Oh, that's so hard. I feel like they two kind of go hand in hand. Okay.
Yes.
You know, I am a firm believer that actions do speak louder than words. So for that reason, I would say actions. Only because this year I've recognized that a lot of people were in support of Black Lives Matter as well as other movements, but they were not following through with their actions. So actions.
Perfect. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Who is your favorite Miss Universe?
Oh, I have several. I really do.
What's one of your favorite?
One of
I
them.
could be in trouble.
I can't
One of
choose
them.
one.
Well,
Okay.
you don't, but one of them. Which is one of your favorites?
Can I give you three? Because they're all
Yeah.
different and for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to Zoe winning Miss Universe, it was Layla Lopez. She was, I mean, I saw myself through her, right? Like she's a Black woman from Angola and she's beautiful. And then when Zoe won, I was like, wow, we are really breaking stereotypes, because she's not sporting, you know, the weaves or the wigs, none of that. She was wearing her natural hair.
Right.
And then I have to say, my dear friend and coach, Natalie Globova, who was Miss Universe Canada at 05 as well as Miss Universe, she's just a phenomenal woman. So beautiful inside and out. So those are my three for Miss Universes.
Well, three incredible women.
Exactly.
You know, that I've actually had the chance to speak to Layla Lopez. She has been in my page, active and talking, and she is like, I remember her winning, and I'm just like, she's just absolutely stunning. And she's so sweet. I love her demeanor. I love the way she expresses herself. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, we went speaking over online as well, and she's just so sweet. So sweet.
She really is.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. They're asking, let's see here. All right, this is an important question, I think.
Is it?
Let me pick. So what would you say about people that don't believe in Black Lives Matter, you know? Because, you know, it's funny because, like, well, it's not funny, but I was watching videos on YouTube about it, and my parents live in Sanford, Florida, and that's where it all started in 2012 with Trayvon Martin. And we actually my parents lived in the apartment complex next to where it happened. So it was really intense being so close to everything that was happening. What would you say, because I can't stand it when people say all lives matter. We know that all lives matter.
Yes.
What would you say to people that don't believe right now we need to focus on Black Lives Matter?
I say open your eyes, you know, don't be colorblind, because when you say that racism doesn't exist or Black Lives Matter is a hoax, you're being naive to the realities of the world. If you just open your eyes and if you diversify your surroundings, you would know that people of color are being mistreated solely based on how they look. Police brutality, racial injustice, you know, hate crimes. You cannot only care about issues that pertain to you. You know, be empathetic. I always say that to be human is to feel. Don't only feel for yourself, but feel for the hurt of others. Even if, okay, say you think it's a hoax, do the research, because if you do the necessary research, you would realize that it's not a hoax.
Right.
And when people say, oh, they're using the race card, stop talking about race, how could we not talk about race when we have yet to tackle the issue of race? Trust me, as much as you're tired of hearing me talking about race, I am also tired of it. I feel I don't want to continue talking about the same thing over and over again. But unfortunately, I have to, because this issue is so very prevalent. You know, I've experienced racism, so you can't tell me that I have not. You've all witnessed it. People online had an issue and were attacking me based on how I look.
Right.
So how could you say that this does not exist? People hate based on just physical attributes without knowing the person. So don't be naive, you know, open your minds, open your hearts. I really ask you to see us and really hear us. We're not making these things up. Why would I go around making up stories, and why would I even bother raising issues if there's no issues to be raised?
Right.
You know, it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of energy, and I'm sorry, but mentally, it's a lot. My mental health has definitely been affected with COVID, along with Black Lives Matter, and I'm getting emotional, but
No,
with Black Lives Matter, because
no, go ahead, express yourself. It's okay.
no, so it takes a lot, you know. It's like you want just to be heard and just to be seen, and when people are not seeing you or listening to you and hearing you, you just wonder, like, am I human enough? Or why don't you view me as a human being? Why do you feel as though I can take all of this? I can take all this hate. I can take all this injustice. You know, we have emotions and we feel too, and we just want others to feel for us, you know?
You know, I've seen it explained in a way where it's like, imagine a mother that has 3 kids and one of her kids falls down and they scrape their knee. You're not going to give the same attention to all 3 kids. You're going to focus on the one that fell down and is hurt. And right now, I know for a fact, because I see it, the Black community everywhere is discriminated against. And that is like the easiest way to explain to those people why we need to focus on Black Lives Matter.
Here's another example that I thought was really great. Say if you're, you know, you came to me and you said, oh, my father died of cancer. And then I just say to you, oh, well, everybody dies. Of course, everybody dies. We know that, but that's right. It's hurtful to say that, because right now we're talking about your father, who you're obviously feeling pain for. Right. You know, when we say, you know, all lives, or when people say all lives matter, of course all life matters. Right. That's so easy for me to say, but all we're saying is that please include us in that all lives matter umbrella, because right now we're not. We're separate from all lives matter.
And that's why we need to focus on Black Lives Matter, because they are the community that's really hurting right now. And you know, it's crazy how much it's happened in this country. And you know, it's frustrating, and not to go into politics, but you know, it's really difficult living in a country where we know there's a certain person instigating a certain group to express their hate. So, you know, again, not to go into politics, but I feel like there's been a factor in the rise of that conversation after 2016. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that this country has gotten to that point, and it's embarrassing, to be honest. As an American myself, as living in Florida, it's a shame. It's a shame, and we need to focus on Black Lives Matter. We need to educate ourselves, and we need to stand by the people that are suffering. I mean, we have to.
We just need to stop segregating ourselves and just see each other as one. You know, there's only one race, and that is the human race. And I just really want people to see, you know, people of color as part of that. You know, like there's nothing wrong with us being different.
Right.
If God wanted us to be the same, God would have made us the same. But imagine how boring it would be to live in a life where everything was the same.
Right.
I
And
think our
we all
differences
believe
is
the
what
same.
makes us so sweet. Yeah,
Yep.
we all believe the same, and our differences is what makes us so interesting. So go out there and, you know, become friends with someone that looks different from you and learn from them.
Mhm.
Learn and get to know them before you judge them. Really
Right.
get to know them. Don't
So,
pass judgment based on just physical attributes.
something that's really important, I think, that people, I mean, I feel like people, everybody, at one point or another, they pass judgment just on when they look at somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everybody should take a moment after they catch yourself doing it and ask
Yeah.
yourself, why am I doing this? And then
Mm-hmm.
try to see, because we don't know who these people are, what they're going through, their
We
life
don't.
story. We don't know what they contribute to society.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's important to really catch ourselves and call ourselves out and be like, hey, why are you doing this? And that's super important, which, to be honest, I mean, I'm human. I'm not saying that I've done it to a particular type of person, but I've done it. And I think it's
Sure.
happened because I've been attacked, for example, by a certain type of people. I have been attacked by it. So you create that defense, and you'll automatically think the worst of them.
For sure. For
Um,
sure.
so we need to really catch ourselves and just focus on that. Now I don't know how much time you have. I feel like I've taken so much time of you right
Not
now.
okay. I think it's important to not only check yourself, but also check those around you.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, you may be open-minded, but then your circle may not be. So when
Mhm.
you're at home and you're having those conversations with your loved ones and they're saying things that you may not agree with,
Right.
I urge you to call them out and
Yep.
educate them because I can't be there to educate them. So I'm relying on you as my fellow ally to do the work for me when I'm unable to do for myself.
Yep. And I have. I've actually. Now it's
Yeah.
funny that you mentioned that because I have. For some reason, I do have a couple family members that tend to just call out a race, not just black or Latin, even like Puerto Rican, like they do it all the time. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with their race. Why do you
Yeah.
say they had to be this? Why do you say they had to be that? They're
Yeah.
just that person, and that person's acting
Yeah.
on whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
And,
And
and
every,
that's
honestly, every race has, or not every race, sorry, every ethnic background, because we are the human race, so I don't like to use
right.
the word race, but every culture has good and bad people. So it's
Right.
not okay to stereotype and generalize.
Hmm.
I can't say all white people are evil or all Filipinos are racist. That's not true.
Right.
That's not true. Not everybody thinks that way. It's just a small group that feels that way. So don't generalize because when you generalize, like you said, you close yourself off and you
Hmm.
limit yourself to the possibilities of meeting people from this cultural background that you may have an amazing experience with, but because you already have these preconceived notions, you
Right.
prevent yourself from doing so.
Yep.
Just be open.
Very true. All right. So I don't know how much time you have.
I have 15 minutes.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, we'll finish before then. I promise.
okay.
Let's see here. I'm trying to see. Do you sing?
Do I sing? Oh god.
Yeah.
For fun. For fun.
Okay. Okay. No pressure. No pressure. All right. Okay. Well, who's your? I see
Sing,
some
guys.
lighter questions. Who's your favorite, or what's your favorite song right now?
My favorite song. So before I won Miss Universe Canada, I played the song "When You Believe" by Mariah Carey and Whitney
Whitney
Houston.
Houston. Yeah.
I do love Beyonce. Oh, I do love Beyonce. Beyonce is like my number one.
Yes.
I'm a queen bee, so watch out. So yeah, I'm not a singer, so don't judge me, but I'll sing it for you guys because I love
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm like nervous now.
No, don't be. I sing too, quote unquote. I sing too.
I know. I'm a shower singer, so don't judge me. I'm not claiming to be a professional. You just drink some water.
Alrighty.
Water bottle.
I have mine too.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, guys, ready? There can be miracles when you believe, though hope is real. That's all you're getting.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. I
You
appreciate
get
it.
1 second. That's it.
I love Whitney Houston. She's one of my all-time favorite singers. I grew up listening to her, and I love everything that she's done. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Yeah.
lovely. You have a lovely voice. Just to hear you, you have a lovely voice. So
Oh,
you
thank
did great.
you.
Of
Now it's
course.
your turn. You
Oh
guys.
my God. Okay, I'm gonna do it like 2 seconds.
Okay.
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 I am ready for love.
You
Why
better
are you
cry.
ready for me? Do you know India Ari?
Of course. What?
That was India Ari? Yeah.
Oh,
Ready for
I
love.
love her. Of course.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a beautiful song. Beautiful song.
Yes. Sorry, the nerves. I just can't.
Oh no,
That's why I said
I
two
feel you.
seconds.
I feel you. Don't worry.
That's why I said 2 seconds.
We're good.
All right.
Don't worry.
All right.
I understand.
All right. Let's see. Let me read this question real quick. All right. So, if you were to win, or if you were to become the next Miss Universe, what's the one thing that you would try to focus with your reign?
Love. I know it sounds so cliche, guys, but I really do feel as though hate is taught. So I would focus on teaching people to unlearn to hate and just love. Love.
Right.
I would focus on spreading love because the world needs so much love right now. So much love.
I agree. Now, again, Supernova. I love seeing that name. There is a song that I want you to hear whenever you have the
Okay.
time. It's by Kylie Minogue. I don't know if you know who she is. Kylie Minogue? No?
Okay.
She's been around for 100 years. Like, she's been around since the 80s. But she released an album recently, and one of her songs is Supernova. And, like, every time I hear that song, I think of you.
Oh my God. Okay. Send it to me. I have to listen to it.
Yeah.
I need to
I'll
listen
send it
to
to you. I'll send it to you.
Supernova.
All right, so...
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I just want to say that I know that some people are saying stuff like, oh, there can't be a back-to-back black win, or there shouldn't be. And my question is why? You know, there have been so many times where Latin American women have won back-to-back, nobody said anything. You know, Caucasian women have won, no one said anything. So why is having another black woman win, why would that be such a shocker to the world? And why do you have a problem with that?
I think that people have this, like, they're trying to figure out. I mean, I know people that genuinely think that, which is ridiculous to begin with, because as you said, there have been women from various different countries that went back to totally understand that.
Yeah.
But I think that people are just constantly thinking of, what does the Miss Universe organization want? You know, what are they looking for? And I think that they're just trying to figure out what the Miss Universe organization is looking for, but nobody knows that.
But
and
why does color have to be a factor? You know,
right, that's what I'm saying.
Miss Universe wants a person, a woman,
right,
of integrity, and they should be judged based on merit, not
right,
the color of their skin.
right.
Of course, it's a beauty pageant. Sure, they'll judge looks, but why this doesn't matter if they're black or white? It shouldn't matter what color they are.
Right.
Just go based on their merit. It's whoever's best for the job. If they're black, great. If they're not, great too. That shouldn't be an issue. You know?
May the best candidate win, regardless of who they are. Yes.
Exactly.
I always say that. Exactly. And I have to say right now, it's not because I'm trying to kiss up or anything, but you really are a power. Like, you are... I'm in your camp, okay? You're one of my favorites for Miss Universe already. After, you know, talking... When I joined your live, like 2 weeks ago, I think, So I joined your live like 2 weeks ago, and it was so funny because I was going to bed, and I looked like a hot mess. And I remember, like, seeing your live, and I joined you, and I'm like, she's not going to accept my request. And then you accept my request within, like, a minute. And I'm like, oh, crap. Like, I look awful. But you were so sweet. And, you know, I then looked at your story and then just, like, talking to you. And I love you. Like, you are amazing. And you're one of my favorites for Miss Universe already, because you have not only beauty, but you have so much content. You have beauty inside, and it's evident. Like, we have a saying, and just Latin countries, you have, tú tienes ángel, you have angel, you have this light, you have this, like, presence. So definitely.
You know, I feel that I found my purpose, and my purpose in life is to, like, spread love and light, and just spread love spread love and bring humanity together. I really feel as though that is my purpose. And unfortunately, when you have a purpose in life, you are going to have to go through some things personally, and that includes being attacked. So I know it's so sad to say, but before I won Miss Universe Canada, I already knew that this was going to happen. I knew people were going to have an issue with, a Black woman. But not only am I Black, I'm a dark-skinned Black woman. So that's different also. You know what I mean? The struggle is also different when you're a dark-skinned Black woman with like I can't even speak anymore.
Right.
Eurocentric features.
Yeah.
So I already know that the road that God has selected for me is not always going to be easy, but I'm strong enough to do it, and I can handle it, and I'm happy to do it if it means bringing humanity together. I'm happy to, suffer at the cost of everyone essentially finding love towards one another.
Mm-hmm. And that's a beautiful thing. That's we should have more. There is a saying in Spanish. I don't know if it's something that is worldwide, but we say God doesn't give you more than you can't handle.
100%.
And those difficult situations are the situations that form you. Like I'm not gonna lie. Of course, I have suffered in my life for being a gay Latino man, but I can guarantee you that I am who I am today because of those difficult experiences. And you have to look at it that way. You have to be grateful, and you have to also take whatever words you see on Instagram, whatever ugly things you see on Instagram, take it for who is saying it. People hide behind their phones. They don't show their faces. They hide behind their phones. Those things do not count. Those things do not identify you. You are absolutely stunning, whether they say whatever they say. Your skin is beautiful. Your features are beautiful, and that's all you need to know. That's all you need to focus on.
For sure. And I don't want you guys to think that, I'm seeking validation from you or anyone. For me, it's important for me to highlight it because it just shows those that think that racism does not exist. This is me showing you, yes, it does exist. It's very prevalent. And it's also for me to educate people.
Absolutely.
We look different, and that's fine.
Right.
There's different types of views.
Yeah. But it's not, and the thing is, like, the sad thing is we know that you're not looking for validation because we see it ourselves on the internet. We see it ourselves on Instagram and social media. We know what people are commenting, not only about you, but about other queens. I've had to erase comments because I don't want you guys seeing that stuff. I don't want you guys. No, like I said, it's a safe space. So you don't have to say that, I'm not saying say whatever. But you don't have to say that you're looking for validation, honey, because we see how people are on the internet. And we know that you're not just looking for that validation.
No, I'm not. And I have to always, like it's like alchemism. You take a negative and make it turn into a positive. So I wanted to change that situation, turn it into a learning experience for people that are reading my stuff online. Because again, for me, it's about the next generation of girls that look like me that are going to go to my profile and read these comments and self-identify. I don't want them to see themselves in these words. So I have to find a way to reverse it, change the meaning of those words. Okay, they said this to you, that's great, but guess what? This is not who you are. These are just opinions of small-minded people that are irrelevant.
Right. It also is about those other girls and young men that are of color or are a part of the LGBTQ community that they see these things, and it's they're even more impressionable because they're so young.
They're young, exactly. So that's why I'm a grown woman. I can handle it. But again, a young girl who's reading these things, she's not going to be able to, separate herself from those words.
Right. I agree with you completely. Now we only have 6 minutes left. So if you want to give a closing statement or just say anything you would like to say, you have.
Is there a final question? Is there a final question from anyone?
No. Oh, final question. I'm sorry. I'm like, have you talked to Miss Universe Puerto Rico, Estefania? Have you talked to any of the girls from Miss Universe 2020?
I have. We have a WhatsApp group actually. Some of the girls and I don't know all of them that are there.
Right.
But yeah, we've chatted. I've spoken to India, Miss India, Australia.
I think, we saw Alyssa going Miss Canada.
Of course.
Yeah. And then we saw, I think it was Miss Australia joined for a second, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think she was around here. But I love that. I love to see that like camaraderie and that like sisterhood between all these different women from around the world. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a sisterhood. It is a sisterhood. I was
Yes.
talking to one of my friends last night who I met who was a fellow pageant girl. And I said, pageants are like a sorority.
Hmm.
You will always have these sisters for life.
That's
So
true.
there's
And
only
and
one winner, but
yeah,
you have to have
I've
these
seen that
friendships.
with the girls. I'm sorry. I've seen that with the girls where they continue to like follow up and, do
Mm-hmm.
lives together. So it's
Yeah.
it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Um, yes. So we have very little time. I know that you're not going to tell us anything about your evening gown or anything because we're not. That's top secret.
Ooh.
Everybody knows that's top secret.
Oh my God. But you guys are gonna die because it's never been done before. I'll tell you that.
Ooh. Okay, I'm really excited now. I
I'm
actually
a
maybe.
supernova, so yeah.
Okay, so now I'm even more interested. I can't wait now. I'm excited. I actually may be at Miss Universe.
Okay.
So if it's in the United States, I will try my best to go. Like I said, I went last year, so I'll
Mhm.
try my best to go this year again.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
If you do, please say hi.
of
We'd love
course, yeah.
to,
Absolutely.
speak in person.
Of course. All
But
right, well, it's 4 minutes. I want to thank you so much for giving us your time. Nova, you are incredible. You're beautiful. And thank you so much for everything that you do, your time, and just honestly, everything that you do, and everything that you stand for.
thank you, Oscar, and likewise, thank you for your time. Thank you to all of you that have tuned in. Thank you also for your time because you have given us the best gift, which is the gift of your time. So, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you so much. I'm sending you all so much love, light, positive energy. If you're having a bad day right now, just know that you can and you will get through it. What goes up, no, never mind. Forget that. I have something else in my mind. I was like, what goes up must come down. But and I honestly encourage you all to pursue your dreams. Life is the point of life is to pursue whatever it is that makes your heart happy. What it doesn't have to be big. It can be small. It could be getting a degree, finishing high school. But just know that anything and everything is absolutely possible. Look at me. I came from an unideal background, coming to Canada at a very young age with no family, pretty much living below the poverty line, or if not. And I made a life for myself because I believed in myself. I trusted in myself. And I also had support. Don't get me wrong, I did not do this alone. So be open to receiving help because no one gets it alone. I'll leave you with this one quote. It's one of my favorite African proverbs. It's, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So surround yourself with those that are supportive and encourage you to chase after your dreams, and those that just believe in you. Love, surround yourself with so much love because love, as cliche as it may sound, is
It's true.
truly the answer. So lots of love to you all. Lots of
Thank
love.
you. Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Bye, Oscar. Bye, everyone.
Bueno, buenas noches. Gracias a todos los que se unieron a live conmigo y de Nova. De verdad que los agradezco a Héctor, a Jorge, a Mises por la Corona, a todo el mundo que se ha unido por aquí. Los quiero mucho. Thank you so much for joining our lives. Everybody from Trinidad and Tobago and from Canada and from all over the world. Thank you so much for joining the live. I'm going to post it. Lo voy a poner en mi página en unos momentitos. And I thank you so much for the support and just for being here and giving us your time. So.